What up, though? This is Thomas, and welcome to Dollar Store Cinema. This week, I am reviewing the straight to DVD release Godson. It stars Romeo, Master P. It's cameos from Chris and Kyle Massey of Disney and Nickelodeon fame, John Witherspoon, um, Tiny from Friday. It's like blink if you miss a cameo for some of these. And I'll say it was only an hour long, um, so it wasn't. I didn't have to worry about like the length of it, but sometimes it felt slow because of the choices that was made. There were certain scenes like the Chris and Kyle Massey scene and the John Witherspoon scene. I feel like it was improvised, where they're just like, "All right, go out and do something," and sometimes that works. Like John Witherspoon in Boomerang, his whole like you got to coordinate that was improvised. But this time, I felt like his scene that he had where he was comparing women to ham hocks, it went on for too long and didn't really have like an end to it. I feel like with a better director, uh, that could have been something good, like something even better, and more memorable. But Master P was the director, and him and Romeo wrote it. So there's that. um, so it's about Romeo and him growing up. The casting choice to have the same kid from the Romeo TV show as Little Romeo was a great casting choice. Um, they already have the rapport because of the Romeo TV show. And so it felt very natural. Master P and uh, the kid actor from the Romeo TV show. Uh, so it was basically about Romeo and how he's trying to avoid the traps that are laid out um, growing up. And so his father, played by Master P, is a alcoholic. Um, every time you see him, he's with a bottle, and I laughed because there was one scene where he went to the liquor store and instead of getting liquor, he got a bottle of wine. And that just made me laugh. I was like, really? A bottle of wine? That's your that's your poison of choice? A Zinfandel? But anyways, um yeah, so like his friend Lance ends up dying. He got hit by a car, and that's the reason why he chose the number 7 to when he's playing basketball. And I think this is something that actually happened in real life because in one of the songs from the soundtrack, he talks about his boy Lance dying in a car wreck. Um, so yeah, I think they were pulling from reality. Um, what else? Let me see. There, there was uh, this this basketball scene where him and NBA superstar DeMar DeRozan were basically hustling these guys uh, for money. Like they were basically betting that they can beat people in a basketball game for like $300 a pop, and so he being Romeo has saved up a lot of money in his um, like savings, which helps because they are struggling. His mom is really worried about bills, and so he uses that basketball money to help float them over. Little JJ is in this movie, and he played a similar role in the movie Crossover with Anthony Mackie, where they were hustling people for money. Uh, and I thought that little JJ was going to have a bigger part, but it was just that one scene. Um, Again, I feel like with a little bit more time, this movie could have been, I don't want to say great, but like better. Um, it just felt awkward at times, and I think it's just because of the direction um, from the director and also the script. It felt like they had like a general idea of what they wanted, but didn't necessarily sit out and plan it out. Like this specifically is what's going to happen. This specifically is the lines, and do it like that. But that's just my opinion. You can find it on YouTube. Godson. You could just type in Romeo Godson, and you should be able to find it. Um, I did enjoy the ending where he basically is talking about how he's finally able to go to college. That was something that was hammered home by his dad, where he's like, "Look, I don't want you to be like me. I need you to get A's." And he ends up showing that he went to USC, which actually happened in real life. Not the alcoholic part, but the going to USC with DeMar. And that's the movie, Godson.